Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get right into the video. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the Tesla trade we got into last week and where we're currently sitting on that. So last week, if you didn't notice, I posted Tesla stocks going to about $600. So if you're currently in that trade, I went ahead and did like 2 update videos on it to let you guys know that I was pulling out chunks of my position as we were coming up, just to be safe, on the safe side, that is. And we seem to do really, really well. It was a great trade for us. We did about 20% on this so far. If you went ahead and cashed out at like the 599 range, congrats to you. You really hit it. I'm still holding some of this position, as you can see. We got about $10,000 worth of position in here yet. But you can see that this set up beautifully for us. Look at this. This pattern right here, it was almost like a typical breakout pattern. And you'll notice that every single time Tesla breaks out, it does this very similar pattern. It kind of has this little consolidation, and then usually it spikes to the moon. Right here, you can see it again, and then here again. Look at it in the 5-year, you'll see it consolidate a little bit here and then spike, and it just likes to really do this pattern for some reason. I mean, it was a really easy trade for us to get into. It was one that I was pretty positive. I was that positive of it, I actually called it out in the YouTube channel. Normally I'll call out a trade and I'll say, hey, there's a good possibility of this happening. Now, I was on this trade, I was actually pretty sure that Tesla was going to hit really close to $600, and it did. I don't know if this is the end of the run, but there's a very good chance that it could be. We've seen it push up quite a bit. I mean, we're sitting at, from lows to highs, we're sitting at pretty much a 40% gain, which is incredible. I mean, if you hit that whole move, congrats to you, pat on the back. But I went ahead and I believe I called it out right around here at like a 490 level. So you should have all entered at around 490. And it should have been a great trade for you. We made a ton of money on this trade. I went a little heavy on this trade. I think I started with a $13,000 balance, and I pulled out several times, and did really, really well. But yeah, so this is exactly how we made $3 grand on Tesla in literally a week. All we did was match up a couple little patterns, and it was over. And if you didn't see those patterns yet, go ahead and check out this video right here. But it was just a very simple trading pattern and a breakout pattern. And I can actually Google it for you here really quick. Parabolic breakout. All right. And this is the exact chart that we were looking at. And when you went ahead and you looked and compared this chart with Tesla's graph side by side, I mean, it was a no-brainer. I mean, here, let me save this as an image really quick, and we'll pull this up, and you're gonna see these patterns match up almost perfectly. Like this is literally a beautiful trade. Like this, I mean, look at that. Look at that. It was absolutely beautiful. And I figured it was going to hit. On top of that, we had solid support from the underside because we also, Tesla also got added to the S&P 500. That was huge news. So that should definitely keep the stock stable as we made this trade to the upside. It was literally probably the biggest no-brainer trade of my life. But yeah, I decided to really call this out, and I thought it would be a great opportunity for everyone in the channel to get into. Hopefully you got the opportunity to do so. We are looking at a couple upcoming trades here. I want to note a couple different trades that I was looking at that have actually taken off as well. I called this out for a buddy the other day. However, I did not call it out to the main channel because it was In my opinion, it wasn't as good of a trade as Tesla, but it ended up doing fairly well also. Now, as you can see right here, this is Zoom. We look at the 1 month here, and basically what we did is we came up on 3-month support. Okay, our 3-month support level was right around here, and I mean, once again, beautiful trade. Yeah, if you look at this right here. Here was our low. Let me see here. Yeah, our low was about 2 weeks ago, November 10th. And I figured this trade was going to hit a couple weeks ago. And right now it looks like we're going to, in my opinion, we're probably going to keep pushing forward. So if this isn't something that you got in on yet, I do think that it is something we could still see some upside on. Probably at least to this 560 level. Basically, as patterns like this have formed lately, we've been breaking the previous resistance levels pretty easily. If you've been looking at the charts lately, okay, we've been forming a lot of double top fake outs, which it's basically a pattern where it looks like it's going to double top and it's going to come back down, but instead it just keeps shooting through the roof and it breaks out instead. And that looks very similar to what this pattern is right here. Because we hit this support level, we're rebounding. We just retested right here as well. Yeah, this would be actually a pretty good buy in my opinion. You might want to wait for a dip, maybe on the next opening trading day, I believe is Monday. It'll be Monday or Tuesday. We'll I might end up calling in an entry out in here because it could be something with probably a, what are we looking at? I think we're looking at like a 20% upside. I think that's what we're looking at. Yeah, we're looking like we're going to go, we could run all the way to almost 600. So yeah, this is something that we could definitely make like 20-25% on, an easy trade. Assuming that we can get a little retest here, that would be beautiful. It would be a spot where we could enter and exit within probably less than a couple weeks. As I said, here on the channel, I'll be always calling out stocks for you guys, stuff to look at. I'm not necessarily going to say, go ahead and buy this or don't buy that, because at the end of the day, you're the one who has to decide whether a trade is right for you or wrong for you. Some people may see more value in a trade than other people. And likewise, I mean, I might see more value in a certain trade than you. You know, it all depends on the trader and what you're comfortable with doing in the market. I mean, there's people who day trade every single day, and by the time the day's over, they want to be out. They want all their money out of the market. I'm not one of those people. I'm very much one of those people that if I'm putting money into a company, it's not only because I believe in it short term and I believe in the trade, but I also usually believe in the company long term. So if we do end up seeing some negative news or a negative catalyst in there, I'm usually not too worried about the trade. I will end up cutting losses at like a 5% loss or 8% loss, something like that. But my winners are normally upwards of like 20 to 30, even 40 or 50%. So it's very unlikely that I think we'll see a push down in this, but we have started this uptrend again. We have higher lows, we have higher highs. We're looking very good for a run on Zoom, and this is something I would keep an eye on in the next in the future. Now, everyone, for everyone who's still holding that Tesla trade, I would see what happens on Monday or Tuesday and see what's happening with the market. If the market pushes down and the Tesla starts pulling back as well, it may be a good time to start pulling some of those profits. Especially if you got to like the 550 level, it'd be time to probably pull profits on Friday, to be honest. When you hit a 590 price level. But yeah, it'll be time to probably start considering pulling profits. I believe I've told you that, guys, before. But you know, when you make profit, I mean, profit is profit at the end of the day, right? And you got to understand when you lose money. Okay, let's break this down. When you lose money, you lose 50% of your account. You have to make 100%. You have to make 100% return to get back to that same exact position. So understand that, you know, the name of the game is to not lose money. Okay, the name of the game is when you have profits, when you're sitting in a good profit zone. I mean, take what you can get. Okay, and I do think eventually we are going to see a retest on Tesla back to probably the 500 level before it rebounds, maybe even like a 490 or a 480. So don't be afraid that you've completely missed the train or feel FOMO or anything like that. We are sitting slightly high on Tesla, in my opinion, as well. It has great future potential. But it is something that is getting a little bit overvalued. I'm going to talk about one other stock here really quick, just to make sure I go into this, because NEO is something that's really hot right now, and it's something that's getting heavily requested. NEO, in my opinion, is very overvalued. You're looking at total companies, total EV companies. This is a company that I believe is producing somewhere around 10,000 vehicles, 20,000 vehicles a year. That is now has a market cap of, let's look at this. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. And I did hold NEO at one time, by the way, when it was at $2. RIP. $58 billion market cap, and they produce like 1/10 of the cars that Tesla does. That is upsetting. I don't even know if it's 1/10, but that is frustrating. Like, that's got to be frustrating for for Tesla. But the thing is, when you look at Tesla and you look at a company like NEO, Tesla is so much more established than a NEO ever it will be, in my opinion. Maybe NEO in 5-6 years can be the size of Tesla, but you're looking at a company that is literally probably 5 or 6 years behind Tesla. And I'm not sure why you put a $58 billion evaluation on it, unless you were just like, yo, let's go buy the bubble. Guys, everybody throw their money in NEO and let's all lose our entire account. I just don't understand it. Like right now, we're sitting at a price to earnings evaluation probably 3 to 4 times what Tesla is, and Tesla is high. But when you in terms of certainty, Tesla is a lot more certain thing than NEO is right now, right? Tesla is into profits. Tesla's no longer burning cash. Tesla is producing tons of vehicles. Tesla has distribution going in multiple countries. Tesla started the expansion in China with their Shanghai gigafactory, and they've started so many other things, not to mention they are like a huge established company. And then you're looking at a company like NEO and trying to compare them. And the only reason I think NEO is as high as it is because of Tesla. Everybody's like, well, it's going to be the next big thing, just like Nikola was. Guys, Nikola was a scam. I mean, it still is. The SEC basically called them out. NEO, it's not a scam, but at the same time, what you're paying for evaluation right now, it is a straight up ripoff. Okay, like you are paying for like, I don't even know if this company should be worth this much in 5 years from now. Like that is how ridiculous this market cap is. So when you're looking at long-term investing, I'm just going to tell you my opinion. I would stay out of NEO, and I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but where NEO has gone in the past year is just, it's way too high, way too high. NEO, in my opinion, should be no more than like maybe a $20 billion market cap company, and that is high. It is 3 times higher than that, and that's a scary thing. When I know we're talking about possibly an EV bubble being in this space, and I don't think it's a possibility. I think it is a thing, but it's not. You got to understand, it's not every single company. Like you know what's crazy? The king of EVs is less undervalued than NEO. The king, Tesla, and that that's a scary thing. In my opinion, that is probably a bubble. So look, I'm not going to tell you not to trade it, but be very, very leery when you do. And when it comes to our Tesla trade, I do believe that Tesla's a little high as well, but you got to understand it just got put onto the S&P 500. There's a good chance that it could continue to push up for a while yet. But I wanted to be safe on the safe side with this trade and tell everyone that, if you did get in late, there's no shame in taking a profit, a $50 a share profit or a $40 a share profit. Profit is profit at the end of the day. So you got to take what you can get sometimes. And if if this is a really tight trade for you and you did get in late, sometimes when you get in late, you just can't chase. You can't chase a trade. Okay. That's one thing you got to understand. You lose enough trades, you'll understand that you can't chase. But anyways, guys, I just want to do this update video on Tesla to talk about the EV space and to also give you guys a heads up of possible another trade, Zoom. Zoom is also a very high PE ratio company as well. In my opinion, we're overvalued, but it is a good trade, in my opinion, that you could probably take and make 15 to 20% on in the short term. So, maybe set a tight stop loss and I'll probably end up giving that a run if we can see a little bit of a retest to the downside, but it is a nice upward pattern, a nice upward ascending pattern that it just recreated. And I do think it is something that we could possibly see continue for the future, for the next at least several months. So possible good swing trade. Anyways, guys, if there's any stocks you want me to personally go through and look at, go ahead and comment down in the comment section and tell me what the ticker symbol is, and I'll review them in the next couple of days and take a look at them. I could probably get the video up within like 24 to 48 hours, and we'll review those stocks, and I'll tell you what I think about them and where I think they're going. Yeah, until next time, guys, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and see you.